Hey, what is going on guys? Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you basically how you can do better in the higher divisions on FIFA 16 like Division 1 and Division 2 and stuff like that. I'm not going to be focusing as much on the team that you can see in front of you, but more on like the type of players that you should get and the way you should play and sort of like the style you should play in these higher divisions to basically just do better. Don't get me wrong, this is a very good team. If you do have the coins, you should definitely build it. This is the one that I use in like Division 1, and it does me very well, to be honest. But as you can see, it's like 110k on Xbox One, and I think probably a bit more, yeah, 126k on PS4. So it's quite a bit of coins, but not too expensive, and it's very good. So I'll basically first run you through the team and the type of players that you should be getting. As for my centre backs, it doesn't matter too much, to be honest, as long as they're fairly solid and fairly fast. Obviously, I find that pacey centre backs does help a lot on FIFA 16, especially in these higher divisions, because obviously you're going to be coming up against strikers that are pretty quick, and if your centre backs are really slow, the other team are going to get in behind a lot, and you're going to struggle to catch up with them basically and concede quite a few goals. So yeah, pacey centre backs and fairly solid ones as well, with good defending and decent physical stats also helps. I like to use Thiago Silva and David Luiz just because, you know, they're pretty solid at the back. They have good defending and physical stats, both of them, and they're pretty fast as well. As for the goalkeeper, you know, it doesn't matter too much, to be honest, as long as it's a decent goalkeeper. You could even use Mandanda's normal card here if you were, or basically any goalkeeper that is decent in the 80s. That'll do fine. As for your fullbacks, right back and left back, these are quite important actually when you get to higher divisions. I find they have quite a big part to play in matches. As you can see, both the right back here and left back have a high attacking work rate, which some people think is a bit of a problem, but I find that if you just stick a player instruction on them like stay back while attacking, they won't get it forward as much. They'll stay back, keep the defence solid, and you're basically going to be shipping much fewer goals, just because, you know, you're going to have 4 players at the back rather than having just like the 2 centre backs and getting caught on the break. So I find this is the main problem going into sort of higher divisions, is that your opponents do like to counter attack you a lot. That's how you're going to concede most of your goals. So I've used this 4-3-2-1 formation to basically counter attack your opponents, because I think this is the best way to play, to be honest. If you combine this with a custom tactic, which I've made another video on, I'll leave in the description. This formation works very well, and you're going to do very well in the higher divisions. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. But yeah, as for the right back and left back, you know, just put them on stay back while attacking, and make sure they're pretty decent with their pace as well, because obviously if you have a slow right back and left back, and you come up against very quick wingers, which is likely that it's going to happen, you're going to sort of struggle. You're going to get beaten for pace a lot down those sides. So yeah, fast fullbacks definitely helps a lot. As for the 2 central midfielders on the left and right, as you can see, I like to go with players that are good and more defensive players, with good defending and physical stats. As you can see, I used Diarra here, who's very solid. He's got 81 defending and 71 physical. He's a great player, really overpowered central midfielder he is. And Matuidi as well, as you can see, 83 defending and 81 physical. So I like to use really solid players and put them on stay back while attacking on the right and left side, just so that they sort of sit in front of the defence and keep it nice and solid, so that you don't get caught on the break at all. So if your opponent does counter attack you, you have these 2 players here to basically just break up the play and basically just nip the ball off them. And yeah, it'll just sort of eliminate their goal threat a lot, and it definitely works very well. As for the central midfielder, I use Pastore here, and I put him on basically balanced attack, just leave him as he is, because as you can see, he's a bit more of an attacking player. He's got that 74 pace, 86 dribbling, 84 passing. He's definitely better going forward than coming back, although he is very tall as well and has got decent heading, which does help in that midfield. But yeah, have this guy on balanced attack just so that he can sort of join in with attacks a little bit and supply those front 3. Moving on to the front 3, I find for this formation, for a 4-3-2-1, having pacey like front players is a must. I find, you know, like, because if you go on counter attacks and stuff, you don't want to put through balls to players that are slow, because they're just not going to latch onto these through balls. And the way you play with the 4-3-2-1 is very counter attacking. So when you go forward, you want it to be quick. You want to put through balls to pacey players so that you're one-on-one with the goalkeeper a lot, because that's how you're going to score most of your goals. So I use Lucas on the right hand side here. As you can see, he's got 93 pace, which is really good. Lacazette with that 88 pace, and Di Maria with 88 pace. So very pacey players up the top here. And yeah, this is the sort of the type of players that you should get. Sort of, you know, attacking work rates and stuff doesn't matter too much, as long as they don't have like a low attacking work rate, so that they don't make runs. Because obviously you want them to make lots of runs when you go forward. But I find that if you use a specific custom tactic, which I've made a video on, all your front three players are going to sort of interchange positions and make lots of runs, and it works very well in higher divisions because it just makes it so much harder for your opponents to basically defend against you. And yeah, as I said, I'll leave a link to the video in the description. Be sure to go and check it out, and then if you put that custom tactic on this team, or on any sort of team that you use in this formation, it works very, very well. You're gonna basically you're gonna sit back most of the game, absorb the pressure. Then as soon as you get the ball, your players are gonna sort of move around. You know, your front three are gonna interchange positions, make lots of runs, and it'll just be so hard for your opponent to defend against you. You're just gonna score so many goals while conceding so many fewer. And yeah, overall, these are two of my, personally, just my opinion, two of the best sort of tips that you should use on FIFA 16 when you get to higher divisions to basically just do better. Obviously, some of you may disagree. Some of you may prefer to play more possession football, or you know, hoof it up to the striker, or whatever works for you. But I'm just basically just showing you the way I like to play and the way that's worked best for me so far. So yeah, just give it a go. You know, if you want, if you're not doing too well at the moment in FIFA 16, try this out, see how it works for you, and you never know, you know, it might get you up to Division 1 and stuff. But yeah, that's today's video, guys. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you in the next video.